Hi, it's Steve again from the Flexo Factor. Today I'd like to talk to you about how to get the best from the ultrasonic cleaning system. So, some basic steps. Obviously, you want to make sure that your tank is sat on a stable, solid bench. You don't want it rocking, any rocking motion. You want it to be able to carry the weight of the tank and the solution. Bear in mind, even this small tank will probably weigh in the region of 250 pounds. So it's something that needs to be considered from the get-go. And put a level gauge on so that it's level. You want it nice and even. You don't want it tilted either front to back or side to side. So assuming that you've done that, obviously you now want to put solution into the tank. And you're going to fill the tank to the necessary level that will allow your roller to dip into it. Now the roller doesn't need to be submerged, it just needs the first mil or two to be dipped into the solution, and obviously within that solution you need the cleaning product as well. Now we basically most times offer you water-based dilutable solutions, and you can either pre-mix the product or you can pour it direct into the tank. Either way, as long as you get the correct ratio of mix that we would recommend, usually 70-30% is what is the recommended dosage. But you can use less or more depending on the application and the ink involved. So once you have the roll, the way I like to fill up the tank is to place the roll in and to fill the tank partially and then continue to fill until you can see that the roll is now touching the solution. And indeed you can check it out by rotating the roll a few revolutions and you'll see that it should come up with a nice even wetting of the surface across the full face of the roll. And if you've got that, you're really ready to go. As far as plugging the tank into the mains, that's something that you would do once you've got it filled. You plug it in, protect it from spikes and if you have electrical storms. We also suggest that you plug the tank into a surge protector before you plug it into the mains of the wall. So we have the tank itself. You're going to, having filled the solution, fill the tank in with the solution and the water mix, you want to allow it to come up to temperature, and during that process you can run the sonics to degas the solution. What does degassing mean? It means that fresh solution and heat introduce unwanted air molecules into the solution which interfere with the cavitation process. So by running the ultrasonics for a few minutes, you will push and force the unwanted air molecules out of the water, and you'll notice the change in the pitch of the sonics, which indicates that the air has now been removed and now you're ready to go. Assuming that you've decided on the cleaning cycle time, and that could be from a few minutes to several minutes to half an hour, it depends on the roll itself and experience that you have, then you will be ready to run. Your heater should be at temperature. In this case, we know that it's at temperature because it sets itself on the thermocouple. The rotation you will read to begin the process, and then the sonics. As you can see, this ink is on the surface there, and you can see as it comes round it will begin to break down through the action of the sonic and the cleaning product. As you can see, almost completely clear. Now I'm not going to run it for too long because you want to hear me over the conversation. So assuming that the roller has gone through the full cycle and that you're happy with the finish of the roll, you would basically take the roll out, rinse it and dry it. You want to do that with all of the rollers, but if you're dissatisfied with the initial cleaning phase of the roll, you can simply repeat the process. The trick is, as I say, is to try to remove the surface ink before you put the roll into the tank. For demo purposes, I left some ink on the surface so that you could actually see the cleaning process. But if you've got heavy ink deposits on the roll, the process is only cleaning a few microns on it every revolution. So it's worth your while, if you want to speed up the cleaning process, to remove the ink, and we'd recommend either using our eliminator or our rejuvenator product to strip the ink off. And you know, if you have some minor staining at the end of the process and you don't want to put it through a whole cleaning cycle, you can finish with the eliminator as well. Once you've done that, you would bring it out, take it to your sink, rinse it, thoroughly dry the roll. You don't want any solution to run round the roll and possibly restain it. And now you're ready to go for the next operation, and that is printing. Thank you.